Welcome back to another TS Tera Plays Tera video. Alright, so today we are going to go over Menma's Tera's 2.0.3 hotfix and or update, however you want to consider it. The first thing we're going over is the quote-unquote premium currency. This was originally tickets. It is now being changed to what's now called Ostrom coin. Basically, there will be a new icon and changed all of the ticket stuff to what's now called Ostrom coin. From what it sounds like, it's going to work the same. It's just anything that was ticket is now just Ostrom coin. Alright, so now we are going to go over PvE dungeon changes. And most of this stuff is Dreadspire changes. There's a few other things. But for Dreadspire, floor 9, Darkon now drops the Darkon's Embers. This is, I think, being in place until Misc Sanctuary is in, but maybe not. From what I remember, I was questioning where we got Darkon's Ember to upgrade our relics and halodomes, and now we have a solution that it is floor 9. They further increased the movement speed to the buff bosses get after timer runs out. So as soon as the timer runs out, the bosses will have more movement speed. They've adjusted the map area to alleviating getting stuck on the barrier. This was an issue on floor 5 against Calcaic, so no more barrier issues should arise. They've delayed the spawning of the 6th crystal, especially after teams defeated Calcaic. Again, in the next section, it explains there was an issue where some people would, kill Calcaic right before or as the temperature would hit 100, drop 0, and it would count as a kill, but then both Crystal 5 and Crystal 6 will appear. That will still happen. You just have to wait a few seconds and the floor 5 or challenge 5 crystal will automatically despawn. So that's the resolution for that. Another issue was the ghost on floor 9 would sometimes stick around when people go to flight Chandra Manaya. Again, don't worry. Now if you see any of those ghosts, once Manaya drops down, she's going to scare them all away. That's actually what they put, is that Manaya, the Argon Queen, will make the ghost disappear. So those are all the major changes of Dreadspire, and outside change of it is that now when you complete and you kill Manaya, and any Chandra Manaya quills you get on your characters can be banked. Alright, the next dungeon we have is Shadow Sanguinary Hard Mode. They've improved the final timer. It now starts at 20% instead of 25, and it'll last 130 seconds instead of 120 seconds. They've also increased the Vanguard reward pieces of the Darkon's Experiment from 4 up to 10. For AAHM and the Plexus Hard, they will now both drop Essence of Power and Monster's Core. For Anthrobus Normal Mode, Shadow Sanguinary Normal Mode, Timescape, and Misc Sanctuary, all of these dungeons are getting 50 Refined Mana Essence to the Vanguard reward request. Sorry, I tripped up on the word. For a normal mode, Anthroth will now drop the following loot, which is an additional Lightning Orb, 5 stacks of 4, and Dice of Destiny, 3 stacks of 1. They've added the following materials into the Vanguard reward request, being Rune Medallions, 5, Lightning Orbs, 4, and Dice of Destiny, 1. For Shadow Sanctuary, inside here, the Imperator additionally drops the Fragment of Souls, 5 stacks of 4, and Dice of Destiny, 3 stacks of 1. They've added the following materials into the Vanguard request reward, being you can get 5 Metallic Scales, 4 Fragment of Souls, 1 Dice of Destiny. For Timescape, the following materials have been added into the Vanguard request, being you get 5 Corrupted Barrels. they have increased the rewards from the Vanguard request, being 4 lightning orbs is now 6 lightning orbs. And for Velic Sanctuary, you'll get 5 Velic Flames from the Vanguard request, and instead of 4 fragment souls, you'll get 6. They've made some changes to the leaderboards, that being they've updated the rewards for all the leaderboard dungeons. Rank 1 will get 10 intact Bloodshard boxes, and you'll get, for Dreadspire only, a Chandra Manaya's Quill. Rank 2 to 3, you'll get 7 intact Bloodshard boxes. Ranks 4 to 10 will get 5 intact Bloodshard boxes. 11 through 20 will give you 3 intact Bloodshard boxes, and 21 to 50 will give you 3 Shattered Bloodshard boxes. All pet box amounts have been kept the same. So basically, the pet boxes have not changed. You will still get your pets. These are just being added to the pet boxes. We have some PvE gear changes, and this is to the new Verse crystals. They've decreased the damage from 4.9 to 1.96. The attack speed nerf, which was 5%, is now 2.5. They've reduced the attack speed for the normal Swift Titanics. Those were 4, now are 1.5. And the cooldown effect, where all skills under 60, it was like your skills gained 2.3% seconds, is now at 1.15. The devs realized that these items were working way too well in some areas and needed a overall nerf. From what I'm taking it is that I guess the 4.9% damage was way too much damage, so they want to reduce it to 1.96. And due to that 1.96 being such a reduction, that the attack speed and the cooldown nerf it caused needed working. So those have been reworked. For Annihilation, Darklight, Kaya's Fury, Kaya's Wisdom gear, it has a 100% success rate when you go from 0 to 15. So no more failing, you can just immediately boost all the way up to plus 15 once you have the resources. And they reduced the Essence of Power and Monster Core cost when upgrading to the Dormant by about 40%. So once you get to Kaya's 15 and you go to upgrade into the new Dormant, it'll be a bit cheaper on power and cores. Some PvP miscellaneous changes we have is the Norox, the PvP Mystery Merchant, is now permanently available outside the Velika Outskirts Hall. The following items can now be banked and or discarded, being both the Dawn and Dust boxes, the Kuma's boxes, and the Tantamus boxes, and they've increased the knockdown and stagger resistance of enraged Kumas. Now we have some class changes. So for Slayer Unsheath, PvE only, they've reduced the cooldown from 170 to 160. For Priest, your Zenobia's Vortex, on hit, reduces the cooldown of Edict of Judgment by an additional 0.4 seconds, with a Brawler tank using Haymaker's Resonance Advancement. Interesting. Okay. Not sure the correlation, but y'all might know better than me that priests who play with will differ. There is some general content, that being we have the Swelting Summer Festivals going on. You can escape the heat wave by partying on Dragon Turtle Beach or by making offerings to the Boulders and Boulders Refuge. Participate in the Blood on the Beach or the Festival of the Sun events by completing daily rewards, and completing daily rewards will earn you a Swelting Summering coin, which you can trade in with Bum Bum and Baldera for a variety of individual rewards. Bum Bum won't stay around forever, so make sure you get whatever you want as soon as you can. Hopefully there will be stuff that someone I don't know why I read that. I apologize. They're just being funny there. And I thought that yeah, hopefully something or someone doesn't crash the party. They might be leading to a fun event that'll happen later on. We'll have to see. Some of the rewards of this event are listed down below. Feel free to pause. Mostly it's titles and then a bunch of different costumes that are untradeable, and the marble or the giant ones might be tradable. They don't say. But you can also look. Obviously, you can get some shark mounts. Here are some of the costumes. Again, if you guys want to read any of that, feel free to pause. For the Baldera district, the Tenacious Forest Ovulos have had their attack speed reduced by 10%, and they've reduced their attack by 30% for damage. For the Distribute Shadow Soul and the Shadow Soul, they've reduced their attacks by 30%. And the last thing we have on the list is just overall bug fix. So they fixed an issue where the gates in Crosshair Stronghold could be feared and fled while they were there. Interesting. Additionally, you should no longer get knocked down through the gate. They've adjusted the guild level initially. They'll continue to monitor guild experience and guild level. This should cause guilds to level up once they have enough experience to reach level 310. They fixed an issue where Aurochs is sold an NFT. Interesting. They corrected the jackpot rewards for both Dawn and Dusk boxes. They've corrected Dawn and Dusk jewelry material sources. They've made the police car spring sound effect quieter. They made all bear family mounts quieter. They made the Chandra Manaya bear family mounts quieter. And the following weapon costumes now displayed enchantment effects properly. So, and then you can see that that's most of the weapons or more weapon skins in the game. Feel free to pause to see any of those if you would like. But that's about it for this patch notes. If you got any questions or comments you want to put in this comment section, feel free to do so. I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I can. Within that, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I am really trying to push up to 400 subscribers, because once I do that, I will do a 12-hour Tera Menma stream on Twitch. So feel free to sub. If you haven't already seen, in the description below, I also have a Discord that I am opening up. It is a it's like a personal public server Discord where I'll be doing even more content, maybe posting some music stuff I do in there along with other stuff. So feel free to join that right now. It is a open community. So that's about it. If you liked anything that you've seen, heard, whatever, go ahead and hit that like button. And that's about it. Hope to see you in Aboria, gamers.